Mystery-solving team fans have been lacking in content since the 1980s. Sure, every few years there will be a show that has 2 to 10 teenagers and a gimmick, but none of them seem to capture the magic of classic Hanna-Barbera Scooby clones. So, why do we have to shy away from the idea of a Scooby clone? Why can't we just have animated mystery solvers? So, my proposal to you, Warner Brothers executives, is Fangface. Fangface originally released in 1978 and ran for 2 seasons ending in 1980. It made monsters not only real, but a core part of the main cast. It had more memorable characters than Funky Phantom. Tell me, can you name any of the teenagers from Funky Phantom? No, because Funky Phantom overshadows them. But in Fangface is balanced out by the rest of his mystery-solving crew. Unfortunately, the only reference that has pretty much existed of it since its initial run has been one time in Scooby-Doo and the Goblin King, and then they get on with the movie. So, how could this show that hasn't existed since the 80s and doesn't have a lot to it exist in the modern day? Well, it's a classic formula. 3 teenagers walk into a bar with their werewolf. The only thing you really need to change is to make it more serious. That's what my target demographic of teenagers wants. It's for Gen Z who grew up with mystery solvers shows, like myself. Look at shows like Owl House and Mysteries Inc., which are beloved by their teenage audience. It's a safe bet, and it won't tarnish brand recognition. So, let's talk about the team. First, we have Sherman / Fangface Fangsworth. 17, about to be 18, Sherman Fangsworth is your average 17, about to be 18-year-old boy. He just so happens to secretly be the Red Cap Werewolf, aka Fangface. And here, in my sketchbook, you can see I've drawn him. He received a moon locket from his estranged father for his 8th birthday. As he gazed upon the locket, he got his first longer than a minute transformation into Fangface. Sherman turns into Fangface whenever he sees the moon, and Fangface turns into Sherman whenever he sees the sun. This can also be applied to imagery of the sun, such as my necklace here, which has the sun. This could turn him into Sherman. And also on my necklace, we have this ring that has a picture of the moon. This could turn him into Fangface. Sherman is also considered higher functioning autistic. He is sensitive to overwhelming long continuous sounds, scents, and textures, having his mom cut off the tags on most of his clothes. When he's Fangface can write in werewolf language and read in werewolf language. I should probably mention that too. He, not so secretly, has a crush on his best friend, Pugsy. He's also just a sweet little guy who wants to be friends with people. That's what you do. Then we have Pugsy Petrov. 17-year-old Pugsy Petrov has been attacked by the red-capped werewolf every night since he was 7, nearly 10 years. The only thing keeping him going is his best friend of 12 years, Sherman. He does not like Biff because he thinks that he is the red-capped werewolf. We'll get to him later. And by association, he also doesn't like Kim, who we'll also get to later. When he finds out that indeed Sherman has been the one attacking him, although not consciously, yes, Sherman doesn't know he's Fangface, and Fangface doesn't know he's Sherman. It leads him to Pugsy reconsiders him and Sherman's friendship. And here in my sketchbook again, here is a picture of Pugsy. On to Biff Wright. 18-year-old Biff Wright is hated by anyone and everyone at school because of his obsession with werewolves and his knowledge on them. He has what is considered lower functioning autism. Everyone hates him except for his girlfriend Kim and Sherman. He can read and write in werewolf language and knows every bit of werewolf lore there is to know. Fangface is the first werewolf he has actually met, and he's obsessed. He is very sensitive to crowded spaces and very unexpressive. Something else to note is that he is the only one of the group to have a valid driver's license, which means he drives the car. And up here, there is a picture of him. And finally, Kim Carlson, de facto leader of the group, since she has the least amount of issues. 17-year-old Kim Carlson is loyal to a fault, holding a grudge against Pugsy and Biff's girlfriend. She wants to live a normal mystery solver's life, the only problem being she has sickle cell trait with a high sickled blood count, meaning she has to learn her limits. Not that she isn't strong, in fact, she would probably beat you up if you said something mean about Biff, but she can't go to space, or scuba dive, or stuff like that. But do not get it wrong. She is the brains of this operation. And then, here is a picture of her, and Biff. Biff's cool. And Kim's cool. We like them both. So, here is my season-long concept for season 1. Alright? Alright. So, after being forced together to work on a project for school, the 4 teens find themselves with A, a werewolf that they can somewhat control, and B, a whole load of mysteries. Unluckily for them, Sherman's estranged father is the leader of a werewolf cult that want to save the world with the power of Fangface. Little do they know, Fangface just wants to hang out and be a nuisance to Pugsy. Will Pugsy learn to accept his best friend in his affliction? Will Pugsy's hostility drive Sherman away? Will Kim learn her limitations? And will Biff shut up about werewolves? Now, I do have 2 ideas for future seasons that I came up with suddenly because I don't like the idea of there being more than 1 season. But if this show does well, here are my ideas. After the gang graduates from high school, we have a Scooby-Doo and Guess Who type season with other mystery-solving groups over the summer. And they find out that there's a secret cult of mystery solvers, and that's why there are so many mystery solving groups. And this is their last summer together before they all split ways and go to college. And then, for season 3, we have a cult of greedy real estate agents who want to take over the world. And since they're all in college now, they have to get the team back together. Okay, I have a few episode concepts. not like I have the entire series completely planned and, would hate it if all of those episode plans went to waste. Contact me, let me pitch this to you in real life. But my main ideas that I want to include are the Electric Monster from the original and Maisto the Magician, because they both brought very interesting concepts to the series, such as the idea that Sherman and Fangface remember each other as dreams. Then we have 2 episodes based on the internet or internet-based folklore, since teenagers find it remarkably annoying when boomers use the internet for jokes and stuff like that. My 2 concepts are a witch who streams on a streaming website called Glitch, and a haunted house attraction, based on Five Nights at Freddy's, because of course. Then we have an episode with prom zombies who want hearts and who peacefully get Valentines. It is the best concept in this entire show. Trust me. All while Sherman is trying to confess his attraction to Pugsley. Oh, well, what a juicy episode. And then, I also love this episode concept. Please include this. An episode where they go to an episode where they go to a mystery solvers convention and get put with random groups. So here is my little sketches for it. Here is Biff. Here's Biff's group. As you can see, there's Jabberjaw and that one lady from the and then here is Pugsy and Sherman's group, and with Daphne and that one kid from Goober and the Ghost Chasers, and then here's Kim's group with Speed Buggy. Yes. And so, in a sentence, what if your best friend was a werewolf who's been attacking you, and then you started a detective agency together? Please accept this, and please call me back for, an interview or something. Please, 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 please. Because this is a brilliant idea. And I really just want the rights to Fangface so I can do something great with this series. Yes, yeah, yeah. I totally haven't been planning this for the past 5 years. The